position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Some of this, they'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Gibson. Fights off a defender. Makes it past the marker. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. That's caught. It's Wingo. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
Yeah, he's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
That's reeled in. It's Wingo. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The toss to the outside. It's a seam wide open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Punts it out of the air.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Quickly out to the tight end. That had all the makings of hog meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The change now on second and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Randall. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, and now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
Got enough space, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. There he goes! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Manning. He's got the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
QB draw. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Wingo. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. He'll try the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to...
Oh, and they blocked it. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll try the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that That's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Klubnik. Fires to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Not much doubt that Clemson and Texas turned in one of the best first-round playoff games on campus last year. Can you believe that was their first meeting ever?
It was amazing to think about that. Two storied programs last year going at it for the first time. When I think back to that game, all the injuries Texas had to overcome. Two guys on the offensive line. Quintravion Wisener went out in that game, and still, Sark and Texas were able to overcome and win.
And Dabo, after that point, has made some changes, right? Goes to the portal, replaces his defensive coordinator, so this defense can get back to the Clemson defenses of old.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He's loose. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. With a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the back. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Working that wide receiver screen. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on fourth down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to NC State. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback and hitting him as he throws the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Wingo. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To throw, it's Manning. Works the middle. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Got enough for the first down. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
At midfield, he's got room. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Finds his man. It's Williams. All up. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Finds his man, it's Moore.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Nice move there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And that's exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Longhorns are in the hurry up. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Looking to get it in.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll run the quarterback sneak. Scores on the sneak.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Wants to go up top. He makes the catch for the two, and now they're down by just a field goal.
And that's a sneaky big two-point conversion right there by this offense. Like, cutting the lead now. They're only down by 3. I think this is big because you put some game pressure now on the other side of the football. This offense now knows they have to come out here, score some points, or this could get interesting.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. The sure hands. It's Williams. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Running to the left. Pass escapes and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
To the air on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Second and long. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Buys a little time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Makes the grab, it's Smith. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. Decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Manning. The short hands, it's McCutcheon. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd.
Texas, 14.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Wingo. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Longhorns come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Dropping back, it's Manning. Using his legs to buy some time. Makes the grab on the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This defense is so well coached. Everybody understanding their assignments, especially in coverage. There was a guy designed to take the running back out of the flat, and he was able to get him down right away.
And the Longhorns are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pumps it downfield. Complete to the right. On the move at the 30. He's loose on the left. Touchdown, Longhorns! fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week playing golf instead of in the film room. They're trailing by 14 to NC State. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Already find a hole in that secondary. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Quarterback extends the play. Got it in the middle, it's Wingo. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. Quarterback may change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, 2nd miss of the day. We might not see him again.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
But and most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down, and the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body with mechanics. And you can tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it, time running out, gotta get the football back. 2 good plays, now 3rd down. I stay aggressive, have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive, get that football back for your offense.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Is in the air on 4th down. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. To the air, it's Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Wingo. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Got it in the middle, it's McCutcheon. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you are.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wingo. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's McCutcheon. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those 1st downs, and just make that clock run.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
love the play by the wide receiver because he didn't get lazy. He adjusted his route accordingly, so the depth got past the first down marker, and now he's helping out his offense keep the drive alive.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Manning. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. And after the pickup gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late.
So far, this 2-minute drive is exactly what you want. They are saving clock. Guys are getting out of bounds. They need a touchdown. And right now, there's just really good awareness of where everybody is on the field, and the quarterback's making good decisions.
Rush is on him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Spits it out to the back. Back's looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Under 60 seconds to go, and we are all tied up.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple of seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense is not completely screwed stuff.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Clemson is quick to the line. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
Timeout, Clemson.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
By the receiver. He's going out of bounds at the 40. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 40. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. So here comes our first play of overtime. Caught behind the line. It's Davidson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. On the move. Touchdown, Tigers. They jump on top here in OT. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Might be calling a hot route. The toss sweep to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Manning. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
1st and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. 3rd and goal, desperately trying to get it in and keep hope alive. He'll keep it on the sneak. Touchdown, Texas! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. It's a running room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Got his man in the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Longhorn! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty, you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. He wants to throw it. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT.
Texas, 37, Clemson, 31.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. And they responded with a score of their own.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Second overtime, you have to go for 2, and this is for the win. Wide receiver comes in motion. They do not convert, and we are still tied, headed for triple overtime. And now it's all 2-point conversion attempts from here on out. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So here we go, dueling 2-point conversions from this point forward. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. They got it done with the 2, and now they hold the edge deep in overtime.
37.
Now they'll have to respond with a 2 of their own. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They are denied. The 2-point try is stopped, and a game-winning exciting play by this defense in overtime. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.